Hello, welcome back. In the last video, we looked at loops and how we can write while loops and for loops in Python to execute tasks repeatedly in our programs. During the course of that lesson, we use something called conditionals and operators, and in this lesson, we are going to talk about them in detail. Let's dive in right away. So conditionals and operators work together to help us make decisions in our programs. Let's look at the meaning of a conditional. A conditional is a statement used to decide whether a specific block of code should run based on whether a certain condition is met or not. Now, when we talk about an operator on the other hand is a symbol used to compare two values. And this result of comparison will either evaluate to true or false. And these true or false results will now allow us to decide what action to take next in our program. Let's see this in action. All right, so I would have talked more about operators in this slide, but I really just want to get into it and let's see the practical side of things. So there are two types of operators. I'm just going to be using comments to explain some stuff. We have comparison operators, and we have logical operators. Let's start by looking at comparison operators. I'm going to list out all the comparison operators we have in Python. I have to close the So we have the equal to, so I'm going to put a comment here. And when we write the equal to comparison operator is that we use two equal sign. And if it's equal to, when we want to check if a value is equal to another value, and we are going to see all of this in action. And then we have the not equal to comparison operator. We use exclamation like this and one equal to sign, and this is not equal to. Can't type. All right. And when we want to check if a value is not equal to another value, we use this operator. And then we have the greater than operator. That's very simple. We use the forward angle bracket. So this is greater than. We want to check if a value is greater than another value. And then we have the less than, which is the backward angle bracket. So this is less than. And we use it to check if a value is less than another value, usually a numerical value, a number. And then we have greater than or equal to. So when we write this operator is that we use the greater than symbol and one equal to. So this is called greater than or equal to. We use this to check if a value is either greater than another value or equal to that value, and this would also be a numerical value. And then we have the last comparison operator, which is less or equal to, and it's just the opposite of what the greater than or equal to comparison operator does. Equal to. So these are comparison operators. Now let's look at logical operators. I'm going to start another comment here. This is logical operators. Now logical operators are used to join multiple conditions. Let's take a look. We have few logical operators, just three of them we are going to look at. We have AND operator. So this operator is used to check if both conditions are true. So when you combine both conditions, you use the AND condition logical operator rather to check if both conditions are true. And we're going to see all of that in action. So true is going to evaluate to true if both conditions are true. And we want to make sure you always use capital letter when writing true in Python. So let me use lowercase for this. we are saying it's true. We mean true here in Python if both conditions are true, and it's just a regular true. And then we have the OR operator. So this OR operator is going to be true if at least one condition is true. So let's say true if at least one condition is true. And then we have the last one, which is the not operator. So this is going to reverse a condition if you want to check if something is not true. That's when we use this condition, and we're going to see it in action so you get a clearer understanding of it. So reverse with a condition. Now, the way we are going to apply all of these operators is that you can apply those operators inside a conditional when we're trying to make a decision. And take note that a condition will either evaluate to true or false. When it's true, it gives us the ability to run a specific set of code we want to run when it's true, and run another set of code when it's false. So let's look at conditionals. So I'm going to put a comment and call these conditionals. And let's do something interesting. So we are going to write an if statement, and we have different conditionals. We have the if else conditional, we have the if elif and else conditional. So let's just take it step by step. Let's do something. Let's create a variable at the top here, and let's call that variable score. Let's say we are building a game. Let's say we are building a game, and then we want to check for the score of the game to print a message to a user. Now let's write a condition that says if score is greater than 50. So let's start with the greater than operator, and this is the comparison operator if you remember. Let's print let's say something like congratulations, you passed. Now let's run this to see if it's true. So you see, when I run it, we get nothing because score is equals to 50. It's not greater than 50. But let's change this to 60 and run it. Then we get congratulations, you passed on the terminal. Right, so let's take this further. So let's say we want to add an alternative condition that we run when the if condition is not true. That's when we use else. So you need to undent. You can do shift tab to undent. So you need to be in the same line with the if statement, and then we can say else. Let's say let's do print, and let's say please try again. Something nice, right? So let's change this to 50 back, and let's see which of the print statement we run. I'm going to clear the terminal. So if I run it, we get please try again. The reason why we are getting please try again is because score is equals to 50 and not greater than 50. So the condition is false. So the else condition is going to run. So now let's change it back to 60 and run it one more time. And then below the please try again on the terminal, you can see we have congratulations, you passed, meaning this condition is true. Now let's take this further and add multiple conditions. Let's say we want to check multiple conditions. Let's say we want to give them a a message of excellence. Let's say if you get more than 70, we are going to say excellent, or probably like a grading system. Or if you get greater or equals to 50, we tell you you passed. But then if you don't meet any of those criteria, then we just tell you please try again. So let's do that. I'm going to comment this out so you have a sample of this code here, and I'm going to go below this and let's start a new condition. So we are going to, well, let's leave our variable score because we need it. Let's leave this score variable, and we want to make sure, let's call this variable score, and we're going to say if score is greater or equals to 70, then we want to print excellent. But let's say we want another condition, not an else condition now. Else we run when all the conditions are false. So let's say we want another condition that will be checked next when this condition is not true. We then have to say elif. So we're going to say elif if score is greater or equals to 50, then we can say print good. Then let's say else. So if any of those conditions does not work, we just say else, print try again. Alright, let's run this and see. So if I run it, we get good. The reason why we are getting good is because score is greater than 50, even though it's not equals to 50, because we're using the greater than or equal to. Now let's change this to, let's say 70. Change this to 70. What do you think we are going to get? We are going to get excellent because equal to, because this condition we're using here is greater than or equal to. And then let's do 80. What do you think we get? We're also going to get excellent. But let's do 49. What do you think we get? We're going to get try again, because now none of these conditions are met, so it's just going to run try again. Alright, so let's look at logical operators. So let's try to incorporate a logical operator into these conditions. Let's do something like if score is greater or equal to 70 and let's say average. So let's kind of compare their average. Let's say we are building a grading system. Let's call another variable here average, and let's set average to, let's say 50. I don't know, I keep on putting semicolon at the end. You don't have to do that because of my background with some other programming languages. So let's say and average must be greater or equals to 50. Then we want to say print excellence. So even if you have score of 70, so let's put 70, and your average is less than 50, you won't get excellence. Let's say 49 for the average for now. And if I run this, let's create the terminal so we get a fresh start. We get good because even though score is equals to 70 average is less than 50, but now if we make average 50, we are going to get excellent. So the AND logical operator is used to combine two conditions or multiple conditions, and it will only evaluate to true if all the combined conditions are true. Alright, so let's see or. I'm going to just swap this and say or. So if you get a score of 70 or average greater than or equals to 50, you get excellent. So now let's put score as let's say 20. Just putting any figure, and let's run this. Let's try to get excellent, because we're saying or. Even though score greater or equals to 70 is false, because average greater or equals to 50 is true. This is going to run, right? And now let's look at the last one, which is not. What I'm going to do not is that I'm going to use a fresh condition for that. So let's go down on event and let's create a variable called working. Let's try to keep track if our sprite is working. I'm going to set working to false. Let's say false, and that's the capital letter. Booleans has the capital letter in Python, and we are going to say if not. So this is the way this operator works. I'm going to say if not working, then let's bring the sprite is not working, else. Let's do an else statement here. Let's go below on indent and say else. Print the sprite is working. We try to guess the outcome. I'm going to comment it out so it doesn't run, and let's run this. Get the sprite is not working because it's really not working, but if we change this to true and run it, get the sprite is working, because right now if not working, not is basically used to check if something is false, right? So that's what we talked about, reversing a condition. Just to check if a condition, if a value is either true or false. So this is a detailed lesson on conditionals and operators, and as we move on with these lessons, when we get to the point when we start building projects, we are going to see how we apply this to build an actual program. Now, what you've learned in this lesson is very important, and it's a universal concept in programming because it applies to all programming languages. Now, we have been using something since the beginning of this series that we have not talked about, and that's called variables. If you see, we have declared so much variables right here in this lesson. So in the next lesson, we are going to take a deep dive into variables. Now, before you go, I want you to subscribe and like this video, share it with someone who might find it helpful, and leave a comment if you have any question, and I'll see you in the next lesson.